Longyearbyen, the town where kids nap outside in their strollers in minus 20 degrees and where the kindergarten is fenced in to keep the kids safe from wild animals like polar bears. Welcome back to Svalbard, everyone. My name is Cecilia and I live on an Arctic island close to the North Pole. Today is day 2 of hanging out with Arvydas and his beautiful family to find out what it is like to raise kids here in Longyearbyen. Not only do we have the daily threat of polar bears to consider, we also have extreme seasons with constant darkness and sub-zero temperatures.
Hej!
God morgon! Oj, vad fin du är i håret.
Tusen tack.
Ja, tusen tack. Oj, Laila! Hallå! Hello!
Good morning.
Good morning! See. I always looking at those flags, if you see, by the university.
Där ska vara koncept.
And it's very easy to decide what the weather is outside. Because if the flags are very much like wavy, so it means that it's strong wind, so I know how to dress up the kids actually. That's perfect. So I always, before going out, I just look at the flags. So today it's very calm actually.
Because the wind is the worst thing, isn't it?
Yes,
It's
it
what's
is
gonna
the worst
give
thing.
frostbite.
And I always know what direction the wind is coming, so yeah.
We going outdoors because the little one gonna have a nap, lunch nap, and we going outside to play a bit to breathe some fresh air. Maybe Gabby are gonna take skis, I don't know.
Arvydas and Agne moved to Svalbard 4 years ago, and they are originally from Lithuania. Arvydas works in town as a carpenter, and Agne works as an accountant, but is currently on maternity leave with Medeina. In last week's video, we went with Arvydas and Agne to pick up Gabby from kindergarten to find out more what that is like here in town. So if you haven't seen that video, go and check it out to learn more about schooling here in Longyearbyen. Today we're joining the family for a regular Saturday in their lives, which apparently always starts with waffles, so we definitely chose the right day. And to see what they get up to on a day like this. The weather was a crispy minus 20 degrees when we drove into town, so I'm very curious as how you dress your kids for this environment, especially so Medeina, who can't really tell you that she is cold. But first things first, waffles!
Do you often have waffles on the weekends?
Yeah,
Is it
constant.
tradition? Yeah?
Yeah, that's our breakfast usually.
So what do you eat on your waffle?
What? Some sour cream, some maple syrup,
Oh, maple syrup is life.
Lone syrup, some, I guess, some jam maybe, like
Also nice.
jordbär sauce. We just recently bought it, so we try.
Did you speak a lot of Norwegian when you moved here?
Not really. I mean, like at work, all my colleagues is like foreigners, so nobody speaks Norwegian anyways. And yeah, and I work a lot alone by myself, so nobody to talk to.
But did you
Except-
learn Norwegian? Because you understand, right?
I understand Norwegian, yeah.
And you speak quite a lot.
Yeah, some about like at work I could easily speak about job. But of course I can't speak about politics and feelings and stuff like that. So everybody have their own native language, and then everybody speaks English anyways. And Norwegian is just like extra actually. It's good to know, but is it that useful? Which you couldn't survive without it? I wouldn't say that.
Almost half of the population in Longyearbyen are foreign, meaning that they are not a Norwegian national, since Svalbard is governed by Norway. The latest statistics I could find was from 2019 that showed that roughly 50 different nationalities are represented here in town. The majority of the foreign population on Svalbard are, according to this study, Swedes, Thais, Filipinos, Russians, and Ukrainians. The Russian and Ukrainian population mostly live in the other 2 villages here on Svalbard that are run by Russia. Barnsburg with a population of around 400 people, and then the ghost town of Pyramiden where about 10 people live.
Ska du äta vaflar? How fast did Gabby learn Norwegian?
2 months. We've been back in Lithuania, so she actually forgot a little bit. It's been like 4 months back home, so it's like no Norwegian at all. So she a bit forgot, I would say, but it's just as long as we came back, kindergarten begins. 1 month, boom.
It's impressive.
Yeah, I wish to have that ability.
Because I'm talking everywhere. If we fly.
Have you noticed a big difference with stuff like that, technology and phones? Are kids more outside up here than they would be?
Yes, actually, I really like Svalbard about this. That they, from the school they go with skis, with bikes, with whatever, and of course then they play.
Yeah.
They talk, they laugh, they go to ski on this mountain.
Yeah.
Well, it's not open yet, but. And I remember my childhood, we were always outside from morning until evening. And I want my kids to have the same. So we always teach them, we always go outside. That's why I always go to ski with them, to whatever, do things outside so they will understand.
So you need to build that habit to spend time outdoors. But as an adult, it's up to you,
To do it, yeah.
to do it. You need to be active and healthy, and if you spend time outdoors, you're healthy.
Yeah, 100%.
And if you sit at home, you sit on a couch.
Yeah.
What kind of healthiness gonna bring it to you? None. So it's same like when you're having a dog, you know, there is no bad weather to walk a dog.
100%.
And
I say this all the time.
you just commit
You have to do it for
when
them.
when you already got the dog, you
Yeah.
commit to do that.
Yeah.
And it's like there is no escape. This is it.
Especially here, so nice.
Especially here. It doesn't matter. Oh, that's the funny part. Dressing up.
He doesn't like to dress up.
Really?
I don't know
Oh, the
why.
kids or yourself?
Both, I think.
What is the most difficult thing about having kids here?
Most difficult. Dressing up and undressing.
No, it's just because you're lazy. It's not difficult at all.
So the first layer is some sort of wool?
It's wool, like thermo, like we
Thermo.
use thermo. And then woolen socks.
And then on top
Handmade. We have second wool with some like, let's say, wool socks as well, like shoes or whenever we can call them. So everything actually is wool. I do not use any material when it's so cold. And then it's wool again.
So she's 3 layers of wool.
Yes. And she sleeps in a down sleeping bag.
Oh, okay. What is this?
This is like a shoes. They are like thermo or something, like against the wind and cold. Because the feet and the hands, it's the main problem.
So she goes in a down bag.
Yes.
This is so cute. Varsågod, tar du den?
Oj.
Oj, oj.
Дядо попросту. Идемо по поведению.
But it's only for today because today is very cold, like minus 16. So that's why it's so much of like layers. If it wouldn't be like up till minus 10, I wouldn't use those.
Okay.
And no gloves.
Okay.
So today is cold, so I'm just using some extras. And if it's like up to minus 5, let's say, no wind, so then I'm not even using this one.
Oh,
So it's only 2 layers and sleeping bag.
it's crazy how
Yeah,
warm
so
it can be.
it depends of the temperature and the wind. We need just a wind cream because the face is not covered, so
What do you put on her then?
I will show you.
The wool, baby.
Just some like cream, wind and weather balsam. I use it myself sometimes. It's just, you know, like very rich cream and it's no water inside, so that's why you do not get. It doesn't protect you from the cold, just protect you from the like freezing the face.
100% a cocoon. Okay, so when you're in the apartment and she needs to go for her morning nap and you're not leaving, so you just put her here in the pram.
Yeah, and I have that like baby call, and I listen to her how she sleeps. Now it's. But anyway, I can see her through the balcony. Let's see, only the cruiser. Labas! Very safe city, and she's like, anyway, it's like a back entrance. I can hear her every breath she makes, and it's very quiet. Nobody's really walking here, so it's quite safe to leave her like in this place to sleep.
And
So,
the air is really good for them, right?
And the air is very good. And then she eats good, and then she plays happy, you know, so they need to sleep outside at least one time per day. So that's what we do.
Crispy.
So is this a regular Saturday in town
Yeah,
for you?
I would say. It's mostly a bit more darker.
Yeah, true. The light is coming back so fast though. Like,
20 minutes every day, I guess.
yeah,
Something.
goes so quickly.
Yeah.
So now, where are we heading?
Now we go to the city center,
City center.
our little town center.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll see. We hang out.
Oh,
Very
this is a-
little place actually for kids to play outdoors. I wish there was like a kids center or something
Yeah.
in the town so they can
I think
play
it should be.
indoors.
Yeah.
You know, go nuts.
Yeah. Longyearbyen has a population of around 2,500 people, which is pretty evenly divided between women and men. A little over half of the population is between the ages of 20 to 44. There are around 470 children from the ages of 0 to 18, and only about 43 people over the age of 67. There's a law on Svalbard that states that you can only live here for as long as you can support yourself. We pay 16% in taxes, which is quite little comparing to mainland Norway. This means that there is no communal support like communal transport or old people's homes, etc. You are expected to leave the island when you feel like you no longer can take care of yourself, which can be at any age. A few years ago, our American journalist Mark Sabatini was sent off the island after he became homeless due to some financial trouble. Sysselmannen, our governor, then booked him a one-way ticket back to his hometown in Alaska.
Yeah, you have to start to see other side.
Crash!
Yeah, yeah.
Great crash dog.
When we moved to Norway,
Yeah.
we really like it because of the nature.
Yeah.
Mountains, Norway, you know. We feel so small up here.
Do you ever feel
Insane.
like the village is too small for kids or for adults?
No, I think that's enough of the size. We have everything up here. Everything we need, like all the basics we have in town. So like swimming pool, cinema, kindergarten, school, shops, bars, pubs.
Šiandien bus mano koncertas. Gražu ir visokio.
Yes, we are only Lithuanian family. I mean, we both Lithuanians and our kids Lithuanians. Like, and there are maybe 2 more Lithuanians, just like persons, individuals, not families, nothing.
So not that many.
No, so like our family, which is I think we are one and only Lithuanian family here. I don't have any record or anyone who was here as a family, not like as just a person.
Oh.
So it's nice to have this kind of title, you know. Or maybe if someone was here, it would be nice to keep in touch then. Maybe we don't know. So it would be nice just to meet, to talk, you know, if there was some other family up here. So yeah.
Is it difficult to find friends in the village?
You know what? We kind of not kids, so we're not really looking friends. If it's just happening, so it's happening. Yeah. So, but anyway, it's a small town, and you always meet same people like Gabby's kindergarten's friends' parents, or Medeina's like age parents. So we kind of not like we are friends, but just the persons we know and we talk, and so yeah. Okay.
So now that it's this cold, I mean, I can feel on my cheeks that, you know, it's cold.
Yes.
When do you know? Does she tell you if it gets too cold?
Gabby, you know, she's 5.5 years, so that age kids, they already understand when they are cold.
Okay.
And when she's moving so much, so she's not cold.
Okay, yeah.
You can imagine yourself like going with the skis now.
Yeah.
And you will be very warm.
Yeah.
I covered it. It's breathable, but it just protects from the direct cold.
Okay.
And then she's okay. I know that she's warm. It's not first time when she sleeps like this in this kind of clothing. So I know that she's okay. She was sleeping in a colder weather, so it's definitely she's okay.
Those.
Mama.
Papa's permission. Beginning at 12th of May.
Do you get more Papa Permicone here than you would get in Lithuania?
Actually, it's pretty much the same. So I get 80% of my wage and I get 25 weeks off. So 25 weeks, that's 6 months. Yeah, half a year. Yeah.
You ready for coffee, team?
Oh yes. Where they get? Otherwise, the tree.
So while we go for coffee, Medeina is going to sleep out here in her pram. And this is a very common thing for Scandinavian kids to do. I know that if you have them at the kindergarten in Sweden, they will often put them outside in their prams, all of the kids in their own ones, for nap time. So this is a very common thing to be seen. And even now that we're on the other side of this and we're in a cafe, the kid's just going to chill here. And she has I want to wake her up. She has the thing, like the baby monitor, so she can hear if anything's going on and if she needs to go and check her out. She also had the thermometer so she can see how warm it is or how cold it is in the pram. Just to monitor, you know, what's happening. So it's a very normal thing for Scandinavian kids to do. It's actually pretty cold today, but it's no wind, so you don't really feel it that bad. But now we're gonna go for coffee at my favorite place, the Husky Cafe.
So fun.
Hej då hundarna!
I was saying white. I forgot. White is halfway. Yeah, exactly. I forgot that. And I was telling someone that white.
Now this one is like, well, I'd like you to not forget about me. The original.
Yeah, no.
And this is where today's video ends, with Huskies, coffee and hot chocolate. A huge thank you to Arvydas and Agne for showing us their beautiful family and what their life is like here on Svalbard. I can't wait to go back and visit them in the summer to see how they deal with the midnight sun. If you want to check out their social media accounts, they are linked in the description. I'm very excited to have started filming for my Meet the Locals series again, so make sure to subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. Also, don't forget to head to our Patreon to see more content from us. It is also linked in the description. And thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all so much. See you next week. Okay, bye.